Welcome to the WBC Arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. So it's Lerrone Richards. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 70 inches. And he'll be facing Sergio Maravilla Martínez. Weighed in at 160 pounds. He's 5 foot 8 inches tall and has a reach of almost 73 inches.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Up first, it's Lerrone, Sniper the Boss Richards. Always comes looking to entertain the crowd. Sergio Maravilla Martínez. He's the former unified middleweight champion of the world and a future Hall of Famer.
It'll be ding-ding from birth mother off.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Surrey, England, a British and Commonwealth super middleweight champion, Lerrone, Sniper the Boss Richards. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, here is a unified and sensational middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Maravilla Martínez.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about.
Good luck.
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Nice counter shot. So much firepower here. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
He misses with that straight left. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Do you believe what we are seeing? Beautiful counter punch. Misses with the straight left. Jab misses. Well done with that. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Be smart, get your shots off, and don't do anything.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
this fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Hold it right there. Lerrone Richards in trouble here. Thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That hook's blocked. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Jab does not score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I need you to go back out there. I need to...
You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still...
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Beautiful counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He's pulled that thought. Lerrone Richards in trouble here. And Richards just got buzzed. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to look at his corner, look through the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Richards in that last round. So it's plan B. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. But this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Counter punch. is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close.
Oh my God, Johnny! Lerrone Richards in trouble here. And down goes Richards. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six. You're all right.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
On you, Jack.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just the same again.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind on the job.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They exchange punches. Do you believe what we're seeing? Punch, counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favor or pickpocket him.
That counter shot lands. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice counter. You'd like to see more jabs. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance with...
Sets him up. He will take it.
And there's the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That uppercut's blocked. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. A perfect counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both men step back for just a moment. There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Richards in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
Good man, good man. Just say him again. Don't change too much. Keep...
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on.
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Oh, and this is really going to rub him the wrong way. And he scores with the counter. The perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice work to block that right uppercut. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds, because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Richards in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like...
Let's reset. Get it.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice stop, but that won't score. So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. punch caught him clean. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Richards just got buzzed. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You continue.
Let's talk about Richards in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You've been close in this fight.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this.
Can't figure it out. Great work. Now, I don't want you to load up.
Basics. Just get your rhythm back. Go again.
And we enter the ninth. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
He threw a punch and just got countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Perfect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Richards in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Get your mind.
And there's the bell to start round 10. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nobody home with that hook. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
He misses with that straight left. There's a counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up.
The right hand's beautiful.
And there's the bell for round 11. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These counter punches have to hurt. Stamina is off the charts. They block the left there. Lerrone Richards in trouble here. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do you tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Lerrone Richards in trouble here. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just...
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Lucky that hook didn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Richards in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Stay focused. Don't let
Call him this round.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.